Hello and welcome. This is just going to be some Dollar Tree mail from James that finally showed up. Let's see, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I'm going to do them by days, show you what I picked up each day. So first is what I had gotten from James from the last wave. And that is Nickelodeon's Real Monsters Season 2. There was a few more titles I got from him, but they were just extra stuff. And I actually still already had extras. So I'm not going to show those things. The other title I got from him was Brandon Croft's Feed the Gods. And the BBC Ripper Street Season 3. I have 3 and 4. I need to come up with 1 and 2 so I can start watching that. And the BBC Real Animals of Peter Rabbit. So that was all the new stuff that I got from James. I thank him as always. Now, this I picked up on Thursday? Thursday, yeah. This was Thursday. I hit a few stores that had couple titles. Some of these titles may be from the last wave, but I'd never seen them. So I'm not particularly sure on all of them. One is Curious George, A Very Monkey Christmas. This one I know was from the last wave that I didn't grab. I had picked it up, but I put it back. And that was Head in the Clouds. In the thin case. Figured I'd go ahead and grab it now. 5 Comedy Collection from TGG. This is color and black and white. 5 films. Laurel and Hardy Flying Deuces. Carl Lombard, Frederick March in Nothing Sacred, Goldie Hawn, Giancarlo Giannini, Lovers and Liars, Lorraine Day, Kirk Douglas in My Dear Secretary, and Royce D. Applegate, and Louis Arquette in Loose Shoes. Kind of a weird packaging. But kind of interested in watching Loose Shoes. It says, this film is a parody that spoofs films from Star Wars to the Bad News Bears. So that was kind of one of the things to get. I mean, Flying Deuces I know I have. But something interesting. This one I had seen, I believe this was the last wave too, but everything I found was floating or busted up. And that is The Padre with Nick Nolte and Tim Roth and Louis Guzman. So, pretty good cast. Barn Red. Kimberly Norris, I'm not going to get that. And Ernest Borgnine from Questar Entertainment. Chronically Metropolitan. It is a Universal release. So a little less hesitant on getting something that's kind of odd when it's a bigger studio. My Blueberry Nights. I believe this was the last wave as well. This might have been in the last one as well. I'm not. Antarctica, In the Footsteps of the Emperor. This is a 2-disc set. Disc 1 is In the Footsteps of the Emperor, and disc 2 is Living on the Edge of Antarctica's Secrets. Then I did find another Disney title. So now this makes the 4th Disney title ever for me at Dollar Tree. The 3rd one just this wave. And that is Disney's Teen Beach 2. And as an added bonus, when I opened it, there's like a necklace type thing. So since I haven't seen it or know anything about the show, got this little charm that was in there. So that was kind of cool. Get that out of the way. This one is kind of interesting. I just picked it up just because it's something I haven't seen. Have no idea really what it is, but it is got Mattel labeled on it. It says Max Steel. Max Steel versus El Oscuro Amigo. Everything on here is in Spanish. I pop the disc in, it plays in Spanish, and I don't see where I can switch it. So, but it obviously was a toy line, and this does say made in Mexico. And while I was out in Tampa, I hit, I think, 4 stores real quick, and found a new Olive title that I had not seen. So I was very happy about that. And that is called Me Too. Yo Tambien. Spine number is 276. Spanish with English subtitles. You can see the Olive logo. That was Thursday. Friday, I did 16 stores in total. I did post some photos on Instagram while I was going out of more of the oddball kind of titles that I was finding, but I didn't post everything that I was picking up, just some random titles that I thought were pretty big titles to go through. So let's see, that's the bigger stacks. Found a new Scooby-Doo one. What's New Scooby-Doo Volume 3, Halloween Booze and Clues. 4 fantastic adventures from the hit TV series, and the snapper case. I really try to prefer to get the original movies rather than the episodes, because it's like a couple episodes isn't too much. Another title here. I love the slipcase I found on this one, and that is Danny Trejo and Voodoo Possession. This is a nice chromium style slip, and Danny looks pretty evil on the back of this. Without the glossy. You see Danny a little better. And it had some decent little artwork there. Yeah, I think it was the first 5 stores first 3 or 5, can't remember, were close to work, and they still had absolutely nothing when I was out on Friday. Then I started hitting store after store and getting stuff, but then I was stuck at the point of finding the same things after a point. But did find a few things. Got me a Mill Creek? No, Echo Bridge. Mega Fault. Brittany Murphy was kind of the selling point for this. Said digital code, but there is no digital code in this. Crowning Jewels. I do believe I saw this one before, but it was kind of tore up looking, so I went ahead and picked it up. Might be a cute little family film. This is one I had posted. This also did not have a digital code. I was disappointed that this didn't have the code in it. The Angriest Man in Brooklyn. Robin Williams, Mila Kunis, Peter Dinklage, and Melissa Leo. But it did have slip, so that was nice. Pretty interesting. This is one of those one-off things that I found. A Remarkable Life. Looked kind of interesting. An older Echo Bridge one here. Mutiny. Angela Lansbury, Mark Stevens, Patrick Knowles. Silver Screen Series. I punched this up to make sure I didn't have it on some other multi-disc, and I mean, some of them show that they're in there, but this one didn't state that it was there, so that was nice to not pick up there. Sweet Virginia. The Slip. This one was an interesting little double feature. Christmas one, Elf Bowling, the movie, and Christmas is Here Again, narrated by Jay Leno. I believe the main, I mean, it's got Tom Sizemore and Jeremy London. That's one of my draws. I do enjoy watching Jeremy and his brother Jason London. Can never tell which one is which, but do enjoy them in their movies. Another kid title here, Bandit and the Saints of Dogwood. Then I had posted this one up. I do have this on Blu-ray, but I kind of like this packaging. This is from Dimension, and that is George A. Romero's Night of the Living Dead original film, restored and remastered. Got a lot of 40th anniversary special features, 2 feature audio commentaries featuring George A. Romero and members of the cast and crew. One for the Fire, a new feature-length documentary. Speaking to the Dead, a Q&A with co-writer, director George A. Romero. Ben Sparks, the last interview with actor Dwayne Jones, theatrical trailer, still gallery, original script on DVD-ROM. Language, English, Dolby 5.1, subtitles, Spanish, English. But I did find it. I'll show you the other one. So this is the cover. But I also found it with this. This is the cardboard piece stuck on the front. So I opened that one when I found an extra one. This one didn't seem to be too hard to find. I did find a few. It was a nice red spine on there. Then another George A. Romero from Dimension is Diary of the Dead. This one really didn't find any others of this one, but it's full of special features as well. I don't remember if I actually showed the back of that one. Back to Diary of the Dead. Now, got one here. Is video, well, it's The Videos by Outcast. This is the only copy I saw of this. Got a lot of hits on there. This was one I put up in the photo that I found, and it was the only copy I ever found out of all the way up till today of Sunday. I still haven't seen another one of these as well. Is Deuce Bigalow, European Gigolo. Another rare title, Rudy Max's World Exotic Places, Thailand, Bangkok, Golden Triangle, Andaman Coast. I like the cover on that. And that is from Questar. I finally got one of these for myself. I picked one of these up, I believe, a while back. I just kept bypassing it because I really didn't know it, but it seemed to be something interesting that people were wanting, so I needed to get it for myself. And that is a Nickelodeon's Hey Dude Season 1. But I think somebody had mentioned that it only had one season, so it's kind of ridiculous to put Season 1 instead of, you know, complete series, which I still am not sure of. But it got high star ratings on my app, so I'm interested in watching this. Did find me a copy of Last Days on Mars with the slip. The voodoo code does work. When I scan this into my app, I actually have this on Blu-ray. Did not realize, and the Blu-ray I have is not a magnet. That's the Blu-ray I have. And it's the same film. It says M.O. Pictures. But I do love the cover on this one. But got a slip here. And the digital code does work once again. Another Magnolia, Magnolia title. So like I said, I love picking up Magnolia, BBC, some PBS. Now I'm really on the Olive films, and There's another new one that I've only found 2, but I do have another coming in trade, and that's Art House Films. And then we have the Draft House Films. Don't have a lot of those either. So this is Magnolia, and this is Lemon in a yellow case. So this is Judy Greer, Michael Cera, Sherry Appleby, and Nia Long, Brett Gilman. Not sure about everybody, but we're checking it out. This one here I actually thought was something else. I did post this one in the photo. Thought this was one. I thought this was the Martini title that James has picked up for me, but it was not, and it was something I was actually interested in, and I did watch this since I picked this up, and that is The Tripper. It's David Arquette's actual first David Arquette's dead-on directorial debut is a brilliantly executed, politically charged, homicidal satire of our generation. The horror review, as well as a real trip and a crazy good time. See it with the bud, blooddisgusting.com. Once I was looking at the cast, I don't know that name. Lucas Haas, I know I've seen his name. Thomas Jane. Jamie King, I don't know who that is. Jason Mewes, love always finding some Jason Mewes stuff. And Paul Rubens. David Arquette does star in this, and on the back it does state that Courtney Cox is in here. And I do see her, she's just got a small cameo. But this was actually pretty good. I'm really happy that I found this rare gem, and like I said, I still have only seen this one copy. I have not even found another of this. I was really wanting to find more of this because I know somebody else would be wanting this, but it's a pretty good little slasher film from Arquette. This is still all Friday stuff, so I'm gonna work through the next part of the Friday stash here. This one here is one of the it was actually the last movie I picked up on Friday, and the only one that I found that was one of the used Blu-rays, so you only got the Blu-ray, not the DVD included with it, and that is The Strangers, Pray at Night. I don't even see this listed on Blu-ray.com, so I guess I found something else that doesn't seem to make the listing. But I've already put it in a single case, and it had the sticker on the center hub. I've already taken that off and cleaned it up. So there was one of my Blu-rays I picked up. One of the other ones I picked up was Good People, which I do have a copy of this on DVD, but I'd find a Blu-ray. Another one that I was looking for, a PBS title. It's 2 discs, and that is The Great Fire. The greatest drama begins with the smallest spark. The last Blu-ray that I had found, and then I've still got some more DVDs. And that is triple feature of Spiders. Just not sure if the third one is actually in 3D or not. I mean, it's still called 3D, but this was a nice one to find. and a couple other titles that I had found, and that is, this was obviously in some older waves, but I just grabbed it. That is a post-apocalyptic triple feature, End of the World, which is Goodbye World, Blood Rain, and After the Dark. I know I have Blood Rain on Blu-ray, but I need to check and see if I have any of the others. And that's why I haven't opened this stuff yet. Another action triple, well, not another, this is another triple feature, but this is action. DMX, Lords of the Street, 50 Cent in Dead Man Running, and Rampage. Rampage, I believe I do have already, which is this one here. Then I found a copy of Hostel on DVD. The original Lorax. The original Superman the movie. Now, I know in all the past we've seen Superman 2 in there, but this is the first one. So that was nice to see the first one. Because at first I kind of blew by it and I'm like, wait a minute, that's the first movie, not the second one. Another one of the rare ones that I had found, Super Troopers. Another one that I actually got quite a few comments on. People were surprised I found this. Another Robin Williams, Jumanji. Still have not seen another one of these in all my hunting. Another title here is Fade Away. You only get one shot. Not too sure. And one television series, John and Kate +8, Season 3. That was everything I got on Friday. Saturday, I went... Finally, when my wife came home, I got to leave. Went to Lakeland. Not one store had anything. I didn't hit that many stores. I know I did at least 4. They all had the poster out front. Nothing. No new stock and barely any old stock. And the comment that I get sick and tired of hearing is... when I go, where's your new movies? And they go, oh, they sell fast. Yeah, I know they sell fast, but you do not ever sell everything out of the new shipments. Never. I know that is a fact because there's stuff in there I don't buy. I go and check other stores and I still see some of the same things. Like I said, I don't buy everything. I just buy some of the rare stuff a little bit, or stuff that people are asking for. But there's no way everybody's buying all that. Because if they did, they would never have any of the old stock still around. So that's kind of annoying. But I do have a quick story about today, which is Sunday. The first store, I did pretty good. When I went to the second store, I walk in, signs up. I see the boxes on the U-boat, which is the cart that they use. They call it a U-boat because it's steel on both sides. It kind of looks like a U. So, finally, when the employee comes up, because there's nobody at the register, there's somebody going, hey, where's anybody at? And I was like, well, I see somebody coming back here. So, as soon as she shows up, I ask her, hey, can I look through the boxes? And she goes, I'm in the process of putting them out. I told her, I was like, I'd be glad to put them out in the bin, because the bin was empty, because she obviously was going to put them there, but they were behind it. And she goes, no, which I've gotten that same response from some of these stores that I've said, hey, I'm willing to put them out there for you. It's not a big deal, because I'm going to look through them anyway. You're obviously shorthanded. What's it matter? And so I stand there and I wait. I'm not rushing, because I'm not going to be nasty to the people, because I'm just waiting. So then she goes, we have movies in the back. And so I just said, yeah, that's probably last month's stock. And she goes, well, those on the cart go out Wednesday. I'm like, no, they were supposed to be out on Friday, the 11th. I was like, it's dated right on the outside of the box. So that's the other thing I get annoyed with, is that nobody, it must be a Dollar Tree thing, that corporate doesn't seem to regulate when these people even know what's supposed to be the weekly wow. I understand that they have a problem with their truck shipments and stuff. That's their thing. But for the employees not to know what is, but yet other people are, and they know, that's not a good thing, that your employees don't know. Your management doesn't know. So I was like, okay, I'll go in the back. I went to the back aisle. I double checked. I glanced. I was like, that's all old stuff. So I came back up. I told her, I was like, yeah, that's old. She goes, well, you have to give me a minute. I'm like, oh, fine. I'm not rushing her. I'm standing, waiting. Then she finally starts doing the boxes. So I'm standing off to the side. And I see her sorting stuff out. As she's pulling stuff out of the box, she's like pushing stuff to the corner. And I'm like, is she pulling shit out for herself already? I was like, because that's kind of weird if she's doing that. And that's probably the reason why she didn't want me to put them out, because she wanted to have first dibs, which ended up not being the case. So she did not do that, because I was just getting ready to start recording, because I was like, this isn't cool. But then I saw her starting to stack the stuff in. So I kind of walked over and got a closer look at what she was doing. She was sorting the movies out by cartoons and the regular films, and putting them all together, all the same stuff. I'm like thinking to myself, you don't have time to be doing stuff. Just put the stuff up on the bin. You don't need to be sitting there organizing the titles by the same title, and then putting the cartoons all together and stuff. Is like just wasting time. But I didn't say anything to her. I just let her do her thing. I was like, she's obviously not doing this properly. But I was like, hey, I mean, I'll do that in my own box, but that's just not, it just seemed to be a lot of wasted time. My wife was with me, because that was, James had accidentally video chatted with me, and so we were talking right before I actually walked in that store, and I'd hung up with him at that point. So he knows up to that, where when I told him I was like, I'm in another store now. But sat there and had to wait, and out of, what was it, seven boxes, she didn't have a lot. I picked a few titles, and I was very disappointed that I didn't find, some really odd stuff, like Larry and Melissa, when they posted the one Disney title that they found was in box D. I saw a box D and it wasn't in there. So these are just, obviously, I know a lot of the stuff is the same, but the harder to come by titles obviously are just kind of like scattered. But that was really kind of really weird that she sat there and was putting cartoon to cartoon to cartoon and then putting them all together. And then the Ant Boy ones, she put 1 together, 2 together, 3 together, all piled. And it's like, you're shorthanded because you only had one other employee there. Why would you even waste time doing that kind of thing? Especially the way some of the customers come in and just ransack. So now I'm going to do what I found today once that happened, because my wife had texted me and she was waiting in the car. Bad enough I had her with me so I couldn't go quick. Now she's like, what? I was like, these are the things that happen while I'm hunting, while I can't go quick. One of the last stores I hit today had 2 titles. I was standing in the back of the store because I could see the line were kind of in the aisle. So I was like, well, I'm going to have to walk around because I don't know how I'm going to get in. I walked to the back. Both lines are all the way to the back of the store. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. But I hate that because it's like I'm going to spend $2. And now I've got to stand here because these are 2 titles that I haven't seen. I'm trying to remember what, I know what one of them was. Oh, now I know what the other one was. So anyway, now one of those titles is here. And also I'm going to show some FYI stuff. This is something James had pointed out to me, but he didn't go into a lot of detail. So I'm going to go into some detail on what this is. And this is the magnet title, Hammer of the Gods. Now we've seen this, the Voodoo. He pointed out, which I luckily was out hunting, there's a one with the Best Buy sticker. If you notice the top, this just says Blu-ray. This is a combo, so it's a Blu-ray DVD. And the other factor is this doesn't have a digital code, so if you want a digital code, you need to get this one. If you want a Blu-ray and DVD, you go for this one and try to find it. So I actually have both, so I'm fine. The other factor is that a lot of people don't like the fact that it's got the sticker on there, which I had removed the sticker off the one I had. But they printed it on the artwork. And up here, you see Blu-ray digital copy Voodoo. Best Buy one, Blu-ray DVD. No printing of the item. So that's another factor, because I know some people don't like this. I don't either, but you do what you have to. So maybe spend $2 and get a digital copy, or do that. So that was a little bit of info on that. And see, there's the one I had. I already peeled the sticker off. So now we have to pay attention, because also, as in last month, Red vs. Blue Season 10 had this, and it had an extra disc. So I guess if it's a title that you're really looking for, or you're more interested in, just go ahead and I would say just check each one, because the stores I did find this one in, I still found the other one in it as well. So they're mixed. So don't think that they're all not, or they got one, all of them as this. Where are we at? There's that. Okay, now I have another one to point out. This is the only title I found of this, and this is just kind of falling back. This title I found today is Fascination Coral Reef 3D Hunters and the Hunted, with the slip. Now, in the past waves, I believe a couple of us got kind of confused because we weren't sure. See that fish? That's the easier way to remember. We had the one with the sea turtle and then the yellowfish. I mean, it does have more of a title on it, but if you're just going for Coral Reef 3D Fascination, it's kind of confusing. Because when I found this, I was like, maybe I have that. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to still grab it anyway because I remember this issue where I wasn't grabbing it before. So there is another one out there now. So far, this is the only one I have seen. Now back to the rest of my stuff. So I don't have any more FYI things. This here, I believe, was in the last haul, but I did finally find this one at a store that I didn't go to during the last wave. And that is Yu-Gi-Oh! Bonds Beyond Time. I'm always kind of surprised that I still find stuff like this still in the store like a month later. The last Blu-ray that I found, the Three Stooges movie, the only one I've seen of this. So now I'll most likely combo out this with the DVD that I already have. Another title that I found, this was at, like I said, I don't remember everything from store to store, but I do remember this was at the first store, and that is in Snapper, Shawshank Redemption. Another big title. And also found Kung Fu Panda 2. The only copy of this I saw is Michael Flatley returns as Lord of the Dance. You know this is a big deal. Figured I would grab it. Ruby Sparks, from the director of Little Miss Sunshine. She's out of his mind. The only copy of this I saw as well. Like I said, all this I'm showing now is what I found today on Sunday. Once I go back to work tomorrow, get off work, I will go back and hit a couple other stores. This one, I found it at the first store I went to today. I'm really excited because it was funny. Saturday, my wife was getting her nails done. I stop at the Dollar Tree right next, kind of right in the same shopping plaza, just because it's Dollar Tree time. So I did that, and then I drive down the street to the thrift store that I like going to. So I spend my time there while she's getting her nails done. I found this title in the thrift store, and I was like, oh, it's still sealed, but it was kind of popped. Well, actually, it wasn't sealed. I think the seal was on the plastic was on it a bit, and I kind of popped it open as where I could, because it was a 2-disc set, and I noticed that there was a disc missing. So I was like, toss it to the side. Lo and behold, today I find it at Dollar Tree. It would have cost me the same amount of money, but I also think the copy I saw yesterday at the thrift store was full frame. So I'm happy that I didn't get it, and I found the 2-disc widescreen edition, Leonardo DiCaprio in The Aviator. I couldn't believe I saw this at Dollar Tree. I still have not seen this movie, but I'm definitely really interested in seeing it. Almost grabbed this at the thrift store. So that was another one of these rare, great finds from Dollar Tree. Another title I picked up today, Paradise Lost 3, Purgatory. The 18-year fight to prove the innocence of the West Memphis 3. Nominated for 2 Emmy Awards. It's a docudrama films. I think I did see maybe a couple copies of this. Also found a magnet title, Frack Nation. Always get kind of excited when I find these things. End of Fall. This is an Echo Bridge. Not too much on that. Another one of these titles that I've, like, pretty much all this stuff I've only seen the 1 copies of. So it's kind of why I was grabbing stuff I didn't have. Dead on Arrival. He's got 24 hours to solve his own murder. This is Vision Films. A thrilling Hitchcockian standalone piece. This is the other title that I was standing in that store for just my 2 titles that I found. I found this and I'm like, oh, another winner here. Kurt Russell, Martin Short, and Captain Ron. Another great find. Unfortunately, I had to stand in a long line and wait to make that purchase. Another one here that I've seen only this copy of. Your Screams Won't Be Heard, Encounter. What was it? Encounter. What was it? Can't even read. Hanover House, I'm guessing is what that says. Looks like a little castle on the spine. Just about finished here. H2O, Just Add Water, Metamorphosis. And it says Season 1, the movie. And the last title that I picked up today, which I had to check with all my others because I was like, wait a minute, this is kind of different. Digimon Fusion, Season 1, Volume 1. Now, all the previous Digimons that I have found on the side says Volume 1, or Volume 2, and Volume 3. So I thought this was the first one. But when I took a closer look, the other ones are just Digimon. This is Digimon Fusion. So this must be another set. once again, the only copy I had found. Which is the one thing I do usually. That's the reason I go and hit all the stores. I try to find the one copy of everything, which is the hardest stuff to find. I have to thank everybody who does find stuff for me, James. And right now, I almost felt like I didn't even need to go out with Larry and Melissa. They found so much stuff off of my list, and the good thing is, I think only one of these titles out of what I've found so far, they had found for me, which I have no problem taking the extra. But that's what I've gotten so far from the Dollar Tree. I have a small stack of stuff from the thrift store that I went to on Saturday. And my favorite thrift store, well, both of them are kind of my favorites. The one, I get some really good stuff. They don't have always a lot, but I always find some good stuff in there. So I'm going to hit that one again. Actually, when I was in there on Friday, I was disappointed because they only take cash. And I only had, what, $18 on me? And they had a slew of Blu-rays. And I had to pick what I wanted. So I had to really nitpick. But I'm going to stop in there again. So hopefully I can add to this stack and get that up. But once again, thanks for watching, subscribing, commenting. And I hope everybody's finding stuff that they're looking for. Like I said, Saturday I was really aggravated that all these stores I went to had the posters up, nothing on hand. Actually, the one store when I mentioned it, which was the second one I went into, and she goes, oh, maybe somebody forgot to take it down. Why? This is my point of that they don't know when these weekly wows are. What makes you think it's supposed to come down when it's supposed to be the weekly wow on the 11th? I don't know. We have to deal with this kind of stuff because they obviously aren't notified, or they don't care. But whatever. And that's the other thing. I know a lot of people keep saying that they call the store. I don't waste my time calling the store. These people don't know. Some of them don't even know they even carry movies. Much less know if they got new movies in. So, to me, it's worth the shot. Like I said, I don't drive around, but each time I'm at one store, I look on the GPS, next door, 5 to 10 minutes away. What big deal is that? So I go to another store, and then the next one is only about the same from there. So I try to stick with those kind of ratios. So I'm grateful that I have a lot of stores I can do. I know a lot of people don't, and they're stuck with, a handful of stores that they can actually get to. But thanks again. Like, subscribe, normal routine. Got it just under an hour, which is good. Wife kind of didn't want me to do this, and I said, I have to do it. I can't let this get backlogged again. Not to mention, this is all Dollar Tree stuff that I like letting everybody know what I do find and what's out there. So, once again, thanks.